how it was on your
Mhm.
IMDb page, what you just said, how everything is so different. And I noticed, I got the impression from you that you're not just working with these big people. You're trying to take a little bit from Van Damme here, a little
Mm.
bit of Jackie Chan there, a little bit of Donnie here, and it leads perfectly to the quote you said, which was, "Be different from the already different to make the real difference." And when I was watching
Yeah, that's
your
right.
recharge fight,
Mm.
I really saw that
Uh-huh.
because sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, this is a bit Taekwondo. No, wait, now this is a bit
Mm.
more karate. Wait, whoa, now how did you how did you come
Mm.
up with your own fighting style? Because it looks great. I mean, it really is great."
Well, thanks a lot. It was a lot of research. I also like video games. All the martial art experience I have, I always wanted to be all round. So karate, MMA, and a lot of martial arts, video games, all the actors we work with. But in this movie business, I was here like for 20 years already. And people said, Ron, you're cool, but your training videos are better than the movies you do. You always get beaten up, and sometimes you just have to follow the script. So when you fight Tony Jaa, you do a punch, a kick, and you get hit. So sometimes we don't really have our own style. So one guy said, "Oh, Ron is just a boxing bag from the stars." Now the good thing is Jackie Chan actually let me show a lot of kicks. That is a good thing. But after that, it didn't really happen. Like, who am I? So I had a depression. I was like, I'm a boxing bag, right? And I was like, I got these flashbacks about Van Damme, this dream, being an action star myself. I got this, and I got a small depression in a good way. Sometimes you have to, go to stuff to make a big conclusion and big
Mm,
decisions in your life and literally recharge yourself, reinvent yourself, right? So there was this game called Smite, and there is a guy called Zeus in there, and Zeus has electric. And I have also karate background. So in karate, you take back the punch. Every time you
mm,
punch, you take it back. And I have a friend called Mark Stas. He also make his own fight style, like wing flow. So he keeps flowing. So when people block, he just keeps flowing. Now I cannot copy him, but in that Smite game, there was electricity bouncing off the wall and hit people. So I was like, you know what? I need to have a concept. And based on this concept, I'm going to design a style. So say you hit somebody, right? You bounce off somebody's body. It can go into a block. That can go into a hit again. So you get something like this, or like a hidden punch. So you block. You have this hidden punch here, and it becomes a block. So it's like pop, pop, like that. And I started to experiment and record. Now 80% goes into the bit, and every night for 7 years, because I was so frustrated. Like, I am not a boxing bag. I am someone. You are someone, right? Everybody watching, you are someone. You are unique. Make something out of it. Like an artist, you need your own paintings. You cannot just copy paintings or be, someone you're not. So that's why I said be original and be different from the different. Now, in the movie business, we are already different, right? A lot of people gave up office, they gave up a lot of things already to be in here. And then we have the stunt groups, we have the groups. And some people are comfortable in the stunt groups. They're part of a group, they make their money, they go home. Sometimes they have a beer here in Thailand, right? But there's good stunt guys in Thailand. Sorry, I don't look down on them. But they're comfortable. But for me, I was like, when you're comfortable, you cannot make a difference. So from the already different people, you have to be different from them too. That's why I say be different from the different. And that makes the real difference. So if they train 3 hours, you train 4 hours or 5 hours. Not to beat them, but just to make a difference. And it's so cool. This is not work. This is not work. This is life. And then it's not heavy to do. It's just cool to do. Say you have a scratch paper, white, nothing on it. You can define yourself. You can design you like a video game character from the base, from the stance, from the poses, to the way you look. How cool is that? And that's literally what I'm doing, like a video game. with all
Mm.
the gimmicks. After you hit, maybe you do your hair or you do a pose, or from here you can strike. You just design it, and I test it on a lot of people because the second one is the testing phase. So I tell the stunt guys, come on, and I test them. Some things don't work. Okay, then we don't use it. I tested with real fighters. In the beginning, people were laughing. That's the first thing, when you do something different, that's for everyone watching. Don't be scared to get ridiculed because that's what happens, You get ridiculed. Like, oh, look at him, who do you think he is? Recharge. Haha. They even make some videos about it. In the beginning, it called game style. So they were like, oh, game changing, ha ha ha, this and that. And they were fellow friends and stuntmen from me making a joke out of it. Because, when you do something different, sometimes they don't accept it or they don't want you to grow. They just want you to stay in the herd. So sometimes it's not comfortable. You have to have guts. You need to take risk. But you know what? When you follow your heart, there's no risk. That is the real safety. Think about it. So that's my answer.